So, in what was an incredibly eventful game of football, it finishes Celtic 5, Kilmarnock 1. Records being broken all over the place, goal of the season competition in one game of football. The second half, of course, petered out a wee bit, but it was certainly a spectacle to behold, and it was a great way for Celtic to bounce back from last weekend's shocking defeat against St Johnstone. Kilmarnock, of course, probably wouldn't have expected to get anything from this game in the first place, but they will feel hard done by that. Their goal difference is taking a bit of a hit after that game. But getting into it, we started the game pretty quickly. Celtic were pinging the ball around with lots of intent, a lot of changes as well. Jota, Kuhn, both dropped out of the starting 11, as did Austin Trusty and Jeffrey Schlupp for Liam Scales, Greg Taylor, who ended up getting man of the match, with James Forrest and Adam Ida coming in as well. But as I said, Celtic pinging the ball around with intent, and Rio Hatate opened the ball up and curled a lovely strike into the top corner for 1-0 in the game. And Celtic, only a couple of minutes later, get the ball down the wing. Good interchange from James Forrest and Alistair Johnson to fire it across. I think it's Joe Wright that tries to get something on it, and it falls into the path of Dyson Maida, who taps home one of his easier goals of the season. And that is the first record broken, or equalled anyway. He becomes the first player since Henrik Larsson to score in 8 consecutive starts at Celtic Park. There was a big song and dance made of when Kyogo left, what Celtic were going to do to replace the goals. Celtic didn't, of course, bring in a striker in that window to replace Kyogo, but Dyson Maida stepped up big time in that, and I think he's a shoe-in for not just Celtic Player of the Season, but Scottish Premiership Player of the Season in that regard. Then, Hatate's goal was extremely good, but bettered by the next strike from Cameron Carter-Vickers. It just opens up for him 25-30 yards from goal, and he smacks it right into the top corner. Argument that the goalie maybe could do a little bit better, but it's coming at him with pace. And Carter-Vickers scores a screamer, and we've had 2 screamers in the game so far at this point. And then Celtic, of course, go on to make it 4-0. And just as lovely as a goal from a football point of view, but it wasn't one of these belters that had been scored. Lovely interchange on the wing. Johnson fires it across to Hatate. Lovely little feat from him, and he slots it into the bottom corner for his second and Celtic's 4th of the game. Kilmarnock rear furry forward. Danny Armstrong. Is it a cross? I'm inclined to believe that it is. He just sends a ball into the back post, and he just catches it sweetly, and it flies over Sinisala's head into the back of the net, and Kilmarnock become only the 3rd team this season domestically to score a goal at Celtic Park, and Kilmarnock make it 4-1. Celtic did have the ball in the back of the net again before half-time through Dyson Maida. However, Adam Ida was adjudged to have been offside in the build-up, so it didn't count, and we go into half-time. And the second half was pretty much, Kilmarnock didn't really trouble the goalkeeper at all. Celtic maybe had a couple of chances to extend their lead for large parts of it, but it was a lot of Celtic possession. Arne Engels ended up hitting the bar at one point as well. Pretty unlucky not to score himself. And then the game actually finished with a Tony Ralston goal. He took it really well. A lovely ball round the corner from Hatate, who got 2 goals and an assist himself this game. Lovely ball round the corner from Hatate into Tony Ralston, who takes it well, shifts it back onto his right and fires into the bottom corner for 5-1. But the other record that was broken, of course, as you can see in front of you, is that Celtic played 1,020 passes in this game, the most since records began. I don't think I've ever seen a team play 1,000 passes in a game. I haven't seen the post-match interviews from the managers yet, but Derek McInnes is kind of known for coming up with excuses after defeats to Celtic, whether at home or away. So we'll see what he says surrounding this defeat. As you can see, both teams really clinical as well. Kilmarnock scoring with their only effort on target, and Celtic scoring 6 of their 5 on target. 5 of their 6 on target even. So both teams pretty clinical when it comes to that. But in terms of impacts on their season, Celtic, of course, if Aberdeen pick up a win tomorrow against Rangers, then that is Celtic confirmed as champions. And then they've got, obviously, the Scottish Cup left to play for. Kilmarnock, they are now in a case of seeing what happens with their fixtures after the split. I do think they will survive, but their goal difference took a bit of a hit. We'll see how the 3 o'clock kickoffs are going for the teams surrounding them. But at the weekend's fixtures finishing after it's a 2:30 kickoff for Hibs, I think, tomorrow. So we'll see how that one goes for them. But if you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. I am, of course, trying to get the next episode of the SPFL RTG up either today or tomorrow. But we shall see how that one goes. Thanks again for watching, and subscribe for more.